Hi guys, welcome back. Today is not a review. I wanted to talk about my scent of the day today. That is Christian Dior's Sauvage. All I want to talk about today is I'm sometimes a bit perplexed by the hate or dislike this fragrance receives, and it's completely okay to decide that a fragrance is not for you, that it doesn't work for you, you don't like the smell. But sometimes, and it's not just isolated to Sauvage, but sometimes I read things about it, people say things about it that is quite aggressively bagging the fragrance, or really putting it down. Now I've read arguments where people are more disappointed with the house of Christian Dior for putting something like Sauvage out, but I'm not entirely sure that fragrance houses are immune to putting average fragrances out, and I'm by no means saying that Sauvage is an average fragrance, although a lot of people do seem to think it is. The point of this video really is to express why I like Sauvage. I think, although it's described as a generic fragrance, for me this fragrance, compared to the rest of my collection, I don't really have anything quite like it. It's a great choice for an everyday fragrance, which I guess you can label it generic. If you can't decide on what to wear, this is an easy thing to put on. It's got great performance. I like how it smells. I really like how it smells. And yes, I think it's a synthetic smell. But I don't understand why synthetic necessarily equals bad. If the definition of synthetic means that it doesn't smell like anything in nature, that's fine, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean that that's a non-pleasing smell. I find the smell of Dior Sauvage very pleasing. I do understand if you've been a fan and follower of Christian Dior, with all the amazing fragrances that they've put out before this one, there could be a little disappointment, especially if you own those fragrances and you've grown to love them and you're big fans of those fragrances. Sauvage comes out and you think, well, they've brought something out just to please the masses or get a big share of some mass market, probably not aiming at fragrance enthusiasts. But let's face it, I'm pretty sure that the overwhelming majority of fragrances that get sold don't get sold to fragrance enthusiasts like people who do reviews on YouTube and people who watch regular reviews on YouTube. That's a guess. It's a wild guess, but I don't have anything against Christian Dior for bringing out a fragrance like this, especially when I actually like the fragrance. And I might be very controversial here and say that I've got Sauvage and I have tried Chanel's Bleu de Chanel, both the EDT and EDP, and I think they're nice, but I actually prefer Sauvage over those. I think it's a more interesting smell. But I don't see Bleu de Chanel getting as much of the negativity that Sauvage is getting. That might be because they came out with that first, and it probably is still true to the Chanel way of making fragrances, or the releases that they put out. So that's really all I wanted to say. I don't buy a lot of the arguments from people who hate on Christian Dior Sauvage. I think it's a very good fragrance. I think it's here to stay. They've already brought out a flanker, and it probably will end up being, well, one of their best selling, if not best-selling fragrance ever. It's a big statement, I know, but everything's on track for that to happen. So, Christian Dior Sauvage, if you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know. But I really would like to understand where some of the really aggressive negativity comes from, because it doesn't seem to happen with a lot of other fragrances that I've been aware of. But I don't know, maybe someone can shed some light on that. So, Christian Dior Sauvage, it's a like for me. It's my scent of the day. Thank you.